Hello everyone and welcome to Jazz It Up, where we celebrate kids and teens just like you and me. Today we are here with 9-year-old warrior princess Johanna Lapus and her mom Jessica.
Thank you for having us here at the Jazz.
Thank you for
thank you
being
for having
here.
us. Yes.
So, you have an amazing story to tell us, don't you? About how you were diagnosed with a rare blood disease. How did you find out and how old were you?
I was 4 years old.
Yeah, and we found it out because she had recurring fever for 10 days. At first, we went to the doctor and they thought it was just a normal infection. But after that, because the fever wasn't going away, we went back again for another checkup. And that's when they noticed that her liver and spleen was already distended. And so they had to send us to Waikato Hospital for checkup. And through the different tests that they did there, they found out that she needed more medical attention, and in just 2 days from being confined at Waikato Hospital, she was rushed to Starship Hospital, and that's when they discovered that she had HLH. I know it's very hard to pronounce. It's hemophagocytis lymphohistiocytosis, which is a very rare blood disease, and they had to treat it just like cancer. She had to go through lots of chemotherapy, and afterwards she went through a bone marrow transplant.
So, how long did you have to stay in the hospital, and were you scared at all?
I was scared, and I think I've been around there for 2 years.
It's a long time, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, it was very long because with the different chemotherapy that she had to go through, and then after that a bone marrow transplant where we had to stay at the hospital for 3 months just with the transplant alone. And from the time, like I mentioned before, when she was rushed to Waikato Hospital, I think it was around 3 months also that she was there, and then we were moved to Ronald McDonald House, which is very near the hospital, and we still have to go and do from daily trips to twice a week to weekly. And then finally there were times that we were sent back to Matamata just for a few days, and then back again to the hospital for checkups. So we kind of had a room at Ronald McDonald House that we were staying in for those checkups. So like what Johanna said, it was about 2 years.
What are some activities you like to do during your stay at the hospital?
I like to draw and maybe also watch TV.
Yeah. Well, because she was just on the hospital bed, so all she could do is do some coloring work on the coloring book, and yeah, it was just TV and TV. And she did get to play on her tablet as well.
Hardest things you had to go through during those times?
I had an MC tube, and when it would fall off, they'd have to put it back really deep, which made me really cry a lot. They also had this thing close to my heart, and they dress it and change it. And when they did, I'd be crying as well.
Yeah, because she always finds it painful. The NG tube, the tube goes right up to her stomach, and so they had to use a pump to put in the liquid food into her tummy.
Did she have any anesthetics?
No. So she had to have that on 24/7 for almost all of those 2 years. So it was just painful for her. And then the one she was describing about the dressing change, it was just to make sure that everything is clean and sterile, because that tube also it goes on top of her heart, and that's where they draw blood, and that's where they also put medicine, or when they do the chemotherapy, the medicine had to go through that tube, so they need to make it sterile. So it was really very challenging for her. Plus the fact also that she lost her hair during the chemotherapy. She actually lost it twice. Yeah, while she was doing the chemo, she lost it, and then it started to grow back, just very short hair, and then she had to go through the bone marrow transplant. So she lost it again. It affected her self-confidence because she could see other children always looking at her because she didn't have any hair. But she took it as a challenge, and now she just wants other children at Starship Hospital who have also lost their hair to not feel discouraged that they don't have any hair. That it actually inspired her to make dolls that are also bald, but we have wigs that goes with it, and so the children that will be receiving those dolls have 2 or 3 sets of wigs that they could put on the doll, and they can play with it and also feel like they have a friend who's like them.
When were you told that the HLH had been completely gone from your system, and how did it make you feel?
I was very happy, and I think it was last year.
Yes, last year she was released from Starship as a patient, and actually they even said that, well, when you come here, we're happy that you won't be coming as a patient, but just to visit. And she said, yes, I'm just a visitor from now on. So it really made us happy because there's no more hospital trips. Yep.
So, do you have a favorite quote, message, or Bible verse you would like to share with?
Actually, I do. For anyone who is not feeling well or not doing well, please do not give up and keep going on.
And Tita Jessica, do you have a message you would like to share to moms who are currently struggling with their children being sick, or who have already overcome being sick?
Yes, well, to all the moms who are going through struggles with their children being sick, my message would be to not give up as well, but just, you know, just keep calling on to the Lord, just like how we did with our faith. We knew that we could always pray to the Lord for healing for Johanna, and He has always been faithful, and He healed her. And also just to give your children a hug, because it makes them feel loved and secure despite what they're going through.
Siblings, 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 siblings. This is my sister.
This is my brother.
We are siblings and we care for each other.
Everything we own, we always share. Because we are siblings and we have the same hair.
Yeah, hair. Yes. So
It's perfect.
these are the Starship dolls. So you're bald, but you can interchange. They have interchangeable hair that you can use. Tita Jessica, would you like to explain more about these dolls?
So these dolls, we've actually sent a few of them, around 10 last Christmas, to the children of Starship. And like you said, like what you said, they are bald and with different wigs. And this is just to make the children there who are undergoing chemotherapy and have lost their hair, to just make them feel like they also have a friend that is going through the same loss of hair as them, and then they can put on the wigs to help cheer them up. There you go. So maybe you can help us wrap this inside this plastic. We also have, see this one, these are bookmarks of scripture verses about healing, which we also include inside the plastic. So if you can put them in the plastic, and then after you're done with that, use the ribbon to wrap it to make it more presentable and for it to look like a gift. And then you can also wrap the wigs. And also, I would encourage everyone, if there's any way that you could also help support Starship, you can go to their website and donate in any way that you can, because Starship is really good in helping out sick children, and they have helped us a lot. And I guess this is our one way of paying it forward and bringing comfort and encouragement to the children and their families there at Starship. You need to use the bigger one. See this one? Not the small one.
That one's for the wigs.
Yeah. So you just pick a wig. Which one would you like to use? Okay. You want her to be blonde? Yeah. Okay. And then just put it inside the plastic. Oh, sorry, Mom. It's okay.
There we
There you go.
Smile and finish.
And so, yeah, so these are the dolls. Once again, do what Tita Jessica says. And help out in any way you can to donate to
Starship
Hospital. Yes. So once again, thank you guys for coming here.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for teaching me everything about what you guys have been through, and thank you everyone for watching this segment of everyone. Oh yeah, yeah. Jazz it up.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.